Well, if you've been paying attention to the last couple of days, it's been kind of doom and gloom for Nintendo because the big rumored Nintendo Direct for this week coming up is going to be a partner showcase coming from Nin10doland. He's been a 100% reliable leaker. He really never gets anything wrong, and it's safe to say that that's probably going to happen. Of course, the internet, myself included, was very upset by this, thinking this is a strange way to start off your new year, your second year or second 6 months really of your brand new console. A lot of people want to see the big first party games that's coming still. Now, another insider posted this, Nash Weedle, who has been right a lot with Switch 2 so far. Now, they are not 100% right all the time. It's kind of back and forth with him, but he has gotten a lot right of recent years. Now, Nash Weedle is normally somebody that goes for the broad stuff, more of the obvious things that are going to happen and gets them right, with a couple exceptions, but he comes out and pretty much just has this picture of Mario with a general Nintendo Direct holding hands with Cloud with a partner Direct, saying, with the Switch 2, we'll walk hand in hand. This got a lot of people speculating online, trying to figure out what this means. Even had Nin10doland going to his sources, trying to see if he could find or dig up anything about this yet. He hasn't reported on it. But Nash Weedle jumps on a podcast hosted by Attack the Backlog, and they just revealed some really crazy information about what could be happening soon. In fact, I'm just going to show you a snippet of the podcast. I'll post the link down below so you can watch the entire thing, but the very end is where you'll get an English translation. But this is what they had to say.
So, again, to summarize, we're hearing Monolith soft game, Mario 3D out this year. That's Nintendo's big game, is what Nash is hearing. And he's hearing from a couple of sources, third week of February, but he's also hearing from a few other sources, March. One of them, Mario Day, but he's not sure because all the other sources are saying, no, not Mario Day, somewhere in March. So with that, obviously Nash is going to go and try and, filter it down and see if he can locate exactly. But at the moment, that's what he's hearing. A Mario 3D game out this year, Monolith soft game project, both in a Nintendo Direct General. Couple of his sources are saying third week of February, and a few other sources are saying March. They're talking about March. So that's what he's hearing at the moment. From my end, that's why I'm saying the only bit of information I've got on any of this is I just heard that there is something, but they didn't say what it was or when.
So yeah, that's a crazy batch of information. So apparently, according to Attack the Backlog, he's heard that something big is happening relatively soon. He just wasn't confirmed as to what. Now, according to Nash Weedle, he's had multiple sources tell him a general direct is happening on the third week of February, which would be 2 weeks after the partner showcase. And then he had a couple of sources telling him March as well, which to me kind of sounds like playing it safe. Of course it could be the third week. It's the only week of February we don't have anything going on because we have Mario Tennis the second week, a partner direct the first week, and then Pokemon Day the fourth week. So that just, it's an open time slot. And then March is also just playing it safe because if there's not a general direct in February, a lot of people are expecting it to be in March. But where it really gets kind of crazy is that 3D Mario call out. But yeah, I guess in this upcoming general direct, we will have a new game announced from Monolith Soft and also a new 3D Mario announced as the big holiday game and the big game of the year. Now, let's start off with Monolith Soft before we get too crazy on the Mario stuff, because you know I want to talk about that deep. So Monolith Soft, a lot of people have been speculating that there's some big project coming, and they've had lots of job listings and information about how Monolith Soft was preparing for some type of reveal of some game. Now, I know a lot of people want Switch 2 editions for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3, myself included. I just finished the first game, so I would love to jump into the second game with a brand new update and upgrade for Switch 2 before I even jump into it. So we'll see if that happens. But if this is coming from Monolith Soft, I'm expecting a huge brand new title or something. I still think it's a little too early for Xenoblade Chronicles 4. We're going to have to wait and see. But Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just came out in 2022. I know saying just is kind of crazy, but that would only be 4 years. I'm still expecting another year or two until we hear about that next Xenoblade game. But a lot of rumors also suggest suggest that it could be something Zelda related, like a Zelda spinoff for the 40th anniversary, or potentially even something like the Zelda Ocarina of Time remake that we've been hearing a lot of rumors about. So maybe the team is in charge of working on some ambitious project for the Zelda 40th anniversary, so that way Nintendo's, core team can focus on the next mainline 3D Zelda game. They can just push development of the spinoff or this remake or remaster to Monolith Soft. But whatever it is, it seems like we're getting some type of Monolith Soft game announcement here soon. Now, even this being a leak or a rumor from Nash Weedle is kind of playing it safe, because just like obviously we'll be getting some type of general direct, I'm sure, either the third week of February or March. It's also safe to say that Monolith Soft is getting its new game announced soon, because they've just had so much reason to believe that, from all the job listings to, rumors coming out about it happening soon and them not really having a big game in recent years. But this is risky. Saying that there's going to be a big 3D Mario for the holiday game when we've been waiting as long as we have and still haven't even heard of anything about this game is an incredibly bold claim. This is one that people are going to remember, and it's going to stick with them, where people are going to be looking tightly at this next general Nintendo Direct, and if Mario isn't there and Mario doesn't make it as a big holiday game, yeah, I think credibility is going to kind of fly out the window. So yeah, he's putting his whole reputation on the line with this announcement, because this is a huge prediction, or at least leak in his case, where he confirms that his sources are telling him 3D Mario this year in a big holiday title, and possibly revealed at the next general Nintendo Direct. So, yeah, obviously, I'm not believing anything, at least until Nate the Hate has something to say about it. I mean, if it doesn't show up in the next General Direct, I am not going to bat an eye. I have zero expectation for this game. I'm letting you guys know that now, because I'm sure you're going to come flooding my videos after this doesn't happen and say, you said it was going to happen. You raised our hype. Do not raise your hype. Take a grain of salt and throw it on your head, because that's what you should take this information with, a grain of salt. If I had to place money on this, I would bet a lot of money that this is not happening this year. I would go more along the lines with something like Luigi's Mansion 4, or like just a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake or something. I don't know. I just don't have a lot of expectations from Nintendo anymore, especially this year when we already know over half of the lineup. So yeah. But honestly, the more I think about it, it's just kind of like Nintendo's gonna have to pull something like this. I mean, to start the year with a partner showcase, normally is what Nintendo does when they're like finishing off a console or don't have a lot to show. They'll move to a partner showcase like they did back at the beginning of 2025 before revealing the Switch 2. Well, technically they revealed it in January, but before that big Switch 2 Direct would eventually happen. But we got a lot of Directs last year. We got a partner showcase, a Switch 1 General, a Switch 2 General. It was a lot of stuff going on. And Nintendo knows that investors are hungry. They're demanding to see a big first-party game from Nintendo. Fans really want to see a big first-party game from Nintendo. I think everyone wants to see a big first-party game from Nintendo. And what time is it? It's Mario time, dude. This October will be 9 years since Super Mario Odyssey, so it makes sense. It should sound like an obvious prediction for somebody, but if the fact that we went as long as we have, and a lot of people thinking Donkey Kong Bonanza pushed this 3D Mario date out even further. I mean, a lot of people I've seen online are predicting another 2 to 3 years until we see this thing. It's not as likely as, it might sound. This is a bold prediction, because if this doesn't happen, this could completely ruin someone's reputation in the form of a leaker. Let me be clear. He's not going to be punished, any other way besides, people won't believe him. Like, he's probably a nice guy. Don't be mean to the guy. But just thinking about what this schedule could look like, it could be really, really nice. Let's just say that the Monolith Soft game isn't a Zelda game, it's something else. You could have a big Monolith Soft project, a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, a 3D Mario, Splatoon Raiders, a big spin-off single-player adventure game for Splatoon, and Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave as the big games of 2026. Plus all the little things that we have coming too, like Tomodachi Life, Rhythm Heaven, you even have Mario Tennis, Switch 2, Mario Wonder. There's a lot of stuff happening, so this would be, in my opinion, way better than what they did the first year of Nintendo Switch 2. Especially if these are all really good, well-made games, we could finally see that quality over quantity now. Nintendo really putting in some effort to some of these IPs, and I'm just hoping that all these games really just stand out. We know 3D Mario would. We just want to see that game, and I think a 3D Mario drop right now would be enough to just shut up all of the hate for Nintendo on all sides when it comes to prices and marketing decisions and games they've been releasing. That's exactly what everyone everyone just needs right now, is that big game to be excited for so we can shut up about everything else. So hopefully Nintendo reveals that soon, and hopefully we do have a general direct coming on the horizon. But let me know what you guys think about this rumor right now. Do you believe it? Do you think it's false? Just kind of let me know down below what you're thinking. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a blessed day. See you guys.